Hey everybody, it's Pete with Ash Interactive and Realtor Indy, and today we are talking about cameras and technology for virtual real estate. So as you can see in front of me, I have a buffet of little toys and cameras and devices. And what I want to do is go down the list and talk about what tools are out there right now. The tools that we're getting requests for from our clients, the tools that we're suggesting to different clients that are all involved in real estate, whether they're renting, whether they're buying and selling, whether they're relocating. So let's start with the classic, the original virtual reality tool, which is actually a camera, right? So you've seen these, you've used these, you pay someone to come take photos of your listings, or maybe you do it yourself with this or with this. It's virtual. Even though we don't think of it being high tech, it's the standard, right? Someone is not in that house, but yet they can take a look at it. They can see it thanks to these cameras, the editing you use, the flashes you use, the lenses you use. You kind of have a lot of different ranges of quality there. Same thing with the phones. I know when everything was going really well, a lot of realtors that we were talking to would even sometimes use their cell phones to do that. One quick tip about if you are using a cell phone or you are using a camera is to use a wide angle lens. A lot of times if we get called to come correct some photos or something for someone, it might be because they use their phone or they used a tight lens, a more zoomed in lens on one of these sorts of cameras. On Amazon, you can buy these little clip-on kits. They go right over the top of your lens. You take a photo and all of a sudden you can see all of that tiny little room in that listing and not just a little cross section of it. Always try to shoot landscape, by the way. Portrait can get a little dodgy, so try to keep your phone sideways if you are using your phone for that. The second thing you can use your phone for that's really handy right now in kind of this virtual environment, and you may have already been doing it, is using tools like FaceTime, Facebook Live, Zoom, and so forth to do walkthrough tours of a home. Whether you're recording those in preparation for an open house, whether you're walking a client from halfway around the world that wants to look at that house, you're walking them through, you know, the phones are very powerful. And I would say the same thing. Get a wide angle adapter. When you buy these kits, they come with the clamps, they come with different ends you can screw on to the end. This one is more of a telephoto zoom, and it's entirely worthless for real estate because it's so tight and zoomed in that it's not really helpful 9 times out of 10. But on Amazon you can buy a kit for probably 20 or 30 bucks that has those things. The third thing that's actually pretty good for doing virtual walkthroughs is actually a GoPro. You've seen these used with extreme sports, but they're actually super handy for real estate. We do a lot of these for our clients where we use a GoPro, we put it on either a powered gimbal or just a handle like this. This is a GoPro Hero Black 7. It actually has image stabilization in it. So back in the day when we were first doing these using GoPro 3 and newer, when you'd walk it would bounce around, and if you were driving or something it would be shaky, but now these are pretty steady shots. So we can go into a home. The GoPro has built-in wide angle capability, so you can walk through a home with one camera, get the whole room, help get the flow, and help educate those people who are buying or renting. The fourth type of technology we're getting a lot of requests for right now is kind of the VR. They're calling it virtual reality. They call them 360 tours. They call them Matterport tours. A lot of these names are all sort of interchangeable right now. They use these cameras overall, okay? These are 360 cameras. This one here is the Insta360 One X. It's kind of a really good, just rugged, a good camera to get started with. Has good software built into it. It is also compatible with Matterport. So when you hear the word Matterport, that's actually a company that creates really high-end cameras for a platform that will also work with several 360 cameras, and it takes photos and stitches them all together and basically turns those listings into a video game. It's kind of the way it feels to me, but you can go into the house, you can explore all the different rooms. On the Matterport platform, you also have some advanced features like dropping in pins that can be hyperlinks to extra videos or hyperlinks to other web addresses, whether you want to highlight a new couch, or you want to drop in an extra video of you explaining how great the backyard is, you can drop that and build that into the platform with Matterport. Now you do pay for that, so plans start at about $10 a month, which will give you 5 listings, and they kind of go up from there. There's a little expense that goes into it. You have to purchase a 360 camera. It does not work with your phone's camera. However, when you are grabbing these photos, you are using your phone or an iPad to use the Matterport Capture app and build everything in there. The reason I have 2 360 cameras here are because of another 360 platform that's out right now. It's actually put out by Zillow. It's called Zillow 3D. I know everybody has varying opinions on Zillow and contributing to their data collection and so forth, but one thing that Zillow 3D does that's kind of nice is it's like a baby version of Matterport. First of all, the platform's totally free, so it doesn't cost anything. You can capture room scans with your phone's camera, so you don't necessarily need a higher-end, nicer 360 camera, but if you do have one, or you do want that extra professional touch, the Zillow 3D platform works with Ricoh brand 360 cameras. So it's really handy. You literally walk into a room, you put your 360 camera on a tripod, hide out of the shot, hit a button, it takes a quick photo, and then it stitches those all together. The Zillow 3D platform, it's free, which is great. You can use your phone, which is a little bit limiting, but you know, overall, it's pretty easy to use. You do go into the platform on a website and you tell it how to arrange the rooms and so forth. There aren't as many advanced features like Matterport, so dropping in pins and extra content. You can't use what they call a dollhouse view that Matterport has, or any of the measurement tools that Matterport has. But as far as offering something kind of fun and neat and that'll actually give you a pretty realistic view of the flow of a listing or a property, the Zillow is not a bad option. One of the cool things about the Zillow, the Matterport, whether you're using a GoPro, a DSLR, or your cell phone for capturing video, is that those can all be shared online really easily. They can be shared through any of your social media platforms. They can be shared on YouTube. So it's real easy to start getting those listings and getting you as the realtor or the agent in front of people, potential buyers and sellers. So these are the big things that we're seeing right now in camera technology and VR technology, as far as what our current clients are asking us for and what we're currently suggesting. So if you have more questions, drop them in the comments, shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to answer any questions or give you more detail, because we could deep dive into each of these, and maybe we will later on. But for now, that's just a taste of kind of what's out there. So I hope you're doing well, and good luck. Talk to you soon.